In the previous clipping, we saw the required conditions for growing beverages, plantation crops and also the cereal crops. But let's look at the millets in more detail. There are three millets: jawar, bajra and ragi. Well, jawar can be grown only in the moist areas and it is best grown in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Next we move on to bajra. As soon as I say bajra, that means you just remember Rajasthan. But bajra can be grown on sandy and black soil. So, the areas where bajra can be grown, of course, the first state is Rajasthan, but even Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra grow bajra. Next we come to the ragi crop. The ragi can be grown in red, black, sandy, loamy soil. Red, black, sandy, loamy soil required for ragi. And this can be grown in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Sikkim and Himachal Pradesh. So, here we finish with the millets as such. Now, let's talk about agriculture in detail. You already know what agriculture is. Agriculture does not merely mean growing of crops. It also means rearing of animals, fishing and also to do with rearing of silkworms. Well, what are the features of Indian agriculture? Every country has specialized features of their agriculture. And in India too, we have certain features which make Indian agriculture distinct from other agricultures of the world. The first feature of the Indian agriculture is it is intensive subsistence type. What is intensive subsistence type? That is, it is grown on a very small scale. Intensive is the opposite of extensive. So, subsistence, the old type of farming that we have. Generally, most of the farmers in India grow on small fields using primitive tools. That is why the agriculture is best termed as intensive subsistence type. Next is, those fields are very small. So, the money which comes to the farmer is also very small. So, he cannot afford to buy tractors, threshers and other machines required. So, it is a labor which plays a major role in Indian agriculture, because it is by the help of the labor that most of the agriculture production is being taken out in the Indian farming. Next is, in India, we believe more in growing food crops, because maybe the population is more, or maybe because they feel that this is the best production that they can have, which will give them money. So, we actually take lesser risk of shifting to other kind of cropping. We believe in growing food crops. The Indian farmer, they say, is always looking at the sky, because he seems to be dependent on monsoon and monsoon alone. If there is a bad monsoon, it is a bad crop. It is a good monsoon, a happy farmer. So, that means the modern irrigation methods have yet to reach the maximum number of farmers in India, and they depend on monsoon. Next is, the animals play a very vital role in agriculture of India. Since we do not have tractors, we do not have other machinery, so the animals help the human beings in cultivation and in cropping. Last but not the least, the farmer does not have proper storage facility. That is, if supposing by the will of the God, as he says, there is lot of production and he has yet to take it to the place where he has to sell them, which he calls as mandis. He does not have the facilities to actually store his crop production, and hence this makes lot of difference. These are the features of Indian agriculture as such. I talk about this agriculture in detail in the next clipping.